welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about my current fat loss plan because I'm at the end of my first week, well nearly at the end of my first week of my mini cut. So I wanted to share this with you guys, share what my plans are, like what my routine is going to be, what I'm going to be basically focusing on in order to lose the fat, and basically give you guys a weight update, have a little chat about what I'm going to be doing to lose fat. I just thought it'd be fun to share. So yeah, grab a drink guys. I've got a Pepsi Max today, not a coffee. I've had 2 coffees already today. And if you don't know who I am already, and this is the first video you're watching of mine, my name is Louise. I used to weigh 269 pounds. I was considered obese and I lost 120 pounds. I maintained that for a year. I competed in my first ever bikini competition where I went down to 15% body fat, which is very low for a female. So obviously after the show I had to go into a reverse diet and then a bulk basically to gain weight and get back to a normal body fat. And yeah, so that brings me to today, where I have finished my bulk now. I feel like I just want to cut down on a bit of body fat. I definitely needed the bulking phase. I used it more for like not just to physically gain the weight back, but just to mentally relax after prep, because prep is very, very strict. It is very different to losing weight just to lose weight and be healthier. Prep is very strict and you have to be like you have to sacrifice a lot. You have to sacrifice a lot when you lose weight anyway, but it's just a lot more strict. You can't like be lenient, if that makes sense. And I just felt like after the show I really needed that time to kind of be a lot more relaxed with the way I eat and stuff. I basically went out for meals a lot with my family and I just was able to enjoy it, and it was really good for my mental health as well. So I'm glad I went through the bulk phase. I built a lot of muscle since show. I think I've put on about like 30 pounds since show basically, and now I'm ready to just cut down a little bit on the body fat. I'm not going to be getting very lean like I was for show at all, but I'm just going to go in a 6 to 8 week little cut, very small deficit, just to lose a little bit of that extra body fat, as I have within the last few weeks built in quite some bad habits of snacking throughout the day, picking out the cupboard, eating little bits off my kids' plate, ordering takeaways on the weekend, which on my last weekend I had an Indian and treats waffle and donuts and just all of that good stuff. But I built in some habits where every weekend it was becoming a habit basically. So I'm just now going in a little mini cut. So that's what today's video is about. That was a very long-winded way of saying it. I know some people don't like my long-winded ways of talking, but here we are. Anyway, so if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like. If you haven't already, consider subscribing and click the bell button. So I'll give you guys a weight update. Basically, I weighed myself on Monday after my weekend of having a takeaway, having 2 takeaways basically, my treats waffle and Indian takeaway and all that. So I knew my weight would be up on Monday, but you know, wanted to hold myself accountable, and I weighed in on Monday, which I weighed 165.8 pounds, which is pretty high for me. But I was expecting that, as it's going to be a lot of water. I have food in my stomach still, and yeah, possibly a bit of fat gain, who knows. But yeah, I just knew that it would be up anyway. And as you can see, I weighed myself on Tuesday and I was 162 pounds. So obviously I didn't lose 3 pounds of fat overnight. That's how you know it's a lot of water that you hold after eating a lot of carbs and stuff like that. So obviously throughout the week I kind of maintained 162, but it's kind of going down a bit, 161, and then as of today 160. So the trend of my weight is going down, but the reason why I'm not doing weekly weigh-ins and I'm doing daily weigh-ins is because your weight fluctuates day to day. And one day I could weigh myself, say if I weighed myself every Monday, I could be higher or lower than my real weight, depending on whether I am like dehydrated, whether I've eaten a bit of carbs that day, whether I've got like muscle soreness, whether I've had a good sleep or not, whether I've done a poo. Like, all of these factors could influence the weight. So it's better to track your weight on a daily basis and then work out the average. So you basically put them in order. I learnt this through Greg's Circle Diet book. If you haven't got it, I highly recommend it. Greg Doucette's Circle Diet book. If you want to get it, go on the link in the description down below where it's Greg Doucette's training books and stuff, and I leave the link and you basically can have a look at there. Basically gives you everything you need to know about how to lose weight and keep it off and make it like a lifestyle. So I highly recommend that book. But in that book he basically talks about how to track your weight, and you take your weigh-ins and put them in order, basically, of like highest to lowest, and you cross off the highs and the lows and you get the middle weight, and that's like your kind of weight. So I'm going to be tracking my weight doing that. So obviously at the end of the week, on Monday again, I'll do the same, and then just see whether my weight, the median, is going down, the average is going down or not, and that's how I'm going to track my weight. At the minute though, it is looking like it's going down, so it's all good. So yeah, that's my weight, and I'll try and give you guys an update, whether on like a video just basically on my weight update, or maybe in my what I eat in a day vlogs or something like that, but I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you guys updated on that. I'm not trying to lose a lot of weight a week, so I'm okay with like half a pound a week or a pound a week. I don't want to lose any more than a pound a week because I'm not trying to lose a lot of weight. It's more just cutting down on a little bit on the body fat, do you know what I mean? So it's not like I'm trying to lose 2 pounds a week. If it goes like that, then I'll have to increase my calories. So I'm aiming to lose like half a pound to a pound max a week. But also, if I don't lose weight that week, but I could tell in the mirror that I've lost weight, then I'm not going to stress, I'll just carry on. So obviously I'm tracking my food, my calories, and at the minute, like this week, I've been eating 1,900 to 2,000 calories, sometimes a little bit over 2,000 calories, but not much more than that. My personal trainer did set me 1,850 calories, but because I know I've been eating quite a lot, like up to 3,000 calories some days, with snacking and stuff that I might not have tracked, so you know what I mean? So I've decided that I just want to do 1,900 to 2,000 this week and just see how I get on to next week, because I feel like if I cut it all the way down to 1,850, then I might just be like a bit too hungry, and yeah, I just wanted to see where I'm at with like 1,900 to 2,000 calories. And see if I can lose weight on that, because it's better to lose weight on the highest amount of calories. I just want to focus on my habits and stuff first, and then if like by next week the weight isn't going down still, then I can go up to 1,850. So that's my plan at the minute. So I might move it down to 1,850, or I might keep it at 1,900. We see. I am weighing and tracking my food. The only food that I'm not weighing out is like foods like cucumber, lettuce, salad kind of bits, but I am still tracking them. So I will cut up cucumber and I'll kind of eyeball it and be like, yeah, that's roughly around 100 grams, and I'll track it in my fitness pal, but I'm not like weighing it out. The same goes for my unsweetened almond milk in my coffee. I don't really weigh that out anymore, so I just free in it, if that makes sense. So yeah, I also don't track like Pepsi Max or my squashes, like my no added sugar squashes. I've never actually tracked them. Even throughout prep, I never added these to like my fitness pal and tracked them as calories, so I'm not tracking that. And as for my meals, I am not doing a meal plan or pre-preparing my meals really, or like planning out what I'm eating for the week. So I'm just doing what I did when I lost weight the first time, which is eating what I feel for. But I kind of have an idea about what I'm eating. I have a set amount of meals. If you watch my what I eat in a day videos, you know I eat similar foods nearly every day. So like for my breakfast, it'll be like cream of rice, or oats, or French toast, or Weetabix with yogurt. They're kind of like my breakfast that I will alternate between. So I just make sure I basically got it all in the cupboards ready, and then on the day I will eat it, and I basically track my meals as I go. So if I had cream of rice in the morning, I'll track that with my fruits that go with it. I'll track it all in. And then for lunch, I have like an idea what I'm gonna have. So I always make sure I've got like my foods in the fridge or the cupboard and it's ready. And then when I kind of feel for, I'll kind of think in the morning, like, what do I feel for lunch? Or even the night before, I kind of think like, what do I feel for lunch? What do I feel for dinner? I kind of just like go by that and just track as I go. Another thing I'm trying not to do during the day is snacking, like mindless snacking. That was one thing that I was kind of building a habit is like going in the cupboards and like picking, and then like when my kids have got food and they don't eat it, like eating a bit of the leftovers or picking up their food. So that's what I'm not doing anymore. So what I'm doing is 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 2 snacks. So that's kind of how I'm doing it. I'm making sure that I sit down and have my snacks as almost like a meal. So it's like 5 meals rather than 3. So that I'm not like mindlessly snacking throughout the day. Nothing has actually really changed about my diet. Like I'm still eating high volume foods like fruits and vegetables. I have that with every meal. But more what's going to change is the fact of like mindlessly snacking. I'm going to stick within my calories and not like just keep snacking, if that makes sense. And just be more more smarter with my calories, if that makes sense. Like, I was getting into the habit of like eating loads of snacks and then not leaving myself with a lot of calories for later on for dinner and stuff. So obviously that's going to change. And as well, I'm not going to be ordering takeaways on the weekend. I won't be having an Indian. If I feel for an Indian, I'll just make it at home myself and fit it within my calories. That's kind of like what I'm doing, if that makes sense. Same as what I did when I lost weight, because it's calories in, calories out. That's where you lose weight. And I'm tracking my calories and just keeping myself full on fruits, veg. Make sure I'm eating protein with every meal, eating protein about 5 times a day, including protein in my snacks. Activity wise, I am tracking my steps using my Fitbit. I'll be aiming for 16,000 steps a day, which I might sound a lot to some people. Some people might be like, bloody hell, but I easily get like that amount of steps a day. So it's normal for me. It's not like I'm gonna struggle to get it. So what I like to do with my steps is I spread it out throughout the day. So I'm pretty active throughout the day. I would probably get like quite a lot of steps. I would get, by the time I pick up my kids from school, I've got about 9,000 steps already. And then I do like one big long walk and get the rest of my steps. My walks tend to be like about an hour. So I get like quite a few steps in there. So that's how I basically spread out my steps, and I just basically make sure I do one big walk at the end of the day, get all the rest of my steps in. I will still be doing my weight training 5 times a week. That's what I've been doing for a very, very long time now. Monday to Friday I do weight training, and the only thing that's changed about my weight training is instead of doing an upper body, lower body split, which is what I have been doing since April, we are now doing more of, I think it's more like a bro split, if that's what you want to call it. So basically like Monday I will do chest, and then another day I'll do back, another day I'll do shoulders, and I might do like shoulders and arms, abs and arms, legs, glutes, kind of splitting it out in the body parts, stuff like that. Another one of my goals is to do cardio 3 times a week. So this is not including my walks. I do walks every day regardless. That is cardio, but it's like 3 additional cardio. So on Thursdays, me, Ashley and Melissa do a spin class together, which is really fun. It's like a 45-minute spin class. That's one cardio session. And on a Saturday morning, me and Ashley like to do boot camp. But if we don't do boot camp, then we'll do like what we did today, which is 45 minutes on the elliptical. Then another day of the week I will do a spin class on YouTube at home on my bike, and so I'm aiming for like at least 3 times a week. So I really enjoy doing the bike at home, so if I want to do more I can do, but I just try to make sure that I'm aiming to do at least 3 cardio sessions a week to make sure I'm getting 150 minutes of moderately intense activity a week, because that's what's good for your heart. The last thing that I'm going to be doing is just making sure I'm getting enough sleep, basically being consistent with my sleep. So trying to go to bed at the same time every night and trying to wake up at the same time every morning. Basically I wake up at the same time every morning anyway, but just more focusing on trying to get to bed on time, because sleep is very important. If you don't get enough sleep, you're more hungry, you're stressed out, you can't put in that effort like when you're working out and training and stuff, you're not recovering properly. Sleep is very, very important, so I'm just trying to make sure I'm prioritizing my sleep. And yeah, that's it basically. I just want to see a little bit more definition. That's all I want. It's just a little bit more definition, see what muscle I have built since April, and then we can kind of like see better what we need to work on, what areas I need to build more. Yeah, the plan is basically after this cut, it will be like Christmas time, so be able to like cut down on the body fat a little bit for Christmas time, so that I can be a little bit more lenient over Christmas. So if I gain a bit of body fat over Christmas, it's not going to be like a big thing. So we're going to go into a strength phase over Christmas time. So we're going to be doing like lower reps and heavier weights basically. I'm going to try and really build up my deadlift even more and my squat even more. Just build up a lot of strength over Christmas time. But yeah, that's it guys. That's my little plan. I thought I would share it with you. Just let you guys know where I'm at, because I like to share my journey here, and this is part of my journey. So I'm not telling anyone else to copy me or do what I'm doing. I'm not sharing it for that. This is for your entertainment purposes only, as they say. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust.